Hello everybody and welcome to a very special episode of Dat Ist. Here we're resurrecting the Challenger series for patch 0.61. So, with that in mind, the Challenger today goes by the name of TheKyle, one of my best friends in real life. He's a good dude, a.k.a. Chronald, a.k.a. the king of Spliffcity, Boston, Massachusetts. Without any further ado, we're gonna jump right in. If you see, I try to give him the round robin. I just go Abyss, Vet, Lionar, Abyss, Vet, and then at this point it is 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, so we're gonna jump into the first of 5 games. So get ready. You're in for some majesty right now. The one thing I know about Chronald McDonald over here, he loves Songhai. He loves it. Ugh, he just loves it. So I replaced my early drops, and I'm coming in hot. I get that prime positioning, and here Undervault just keeps coming back around, and I'm not sure if I want to get rid of this just yet, or whether it's super secret. But here he drops the way back horn. That was Gore Hound, but apparently not. I mean, he does have these nice horns. So for those who don't know, this thing's gonna fly behind you. It's gonna hit you for free and grow, which is very sad. So prime positioning, round 2, sneak behind me and protect my flank while I throw up a Mogwai. Kind of foolish positioning, because with any pump or anything, this is gonna get hurt, but c'est la vie. To tell you the truth, it was more of a distraction just because I didn't want to eat that Gorehound. Maybe it was a mistake, I don't know, who knows. And here, the mainstay of Songhai, of course he's got it, the Lantern Fox. And I friggin' hate this thing. It just seems to wreck my existence. And I'm looking at my hand, nothing is coming together. Come on. I want to show Kyle how strong and tough is my fight, to quote Michael Jackson. And all we got's 2 reflections, and I'm furiously replacing things. I'm trying to stall things out, but we're starting to fall quickly behind on the board. So I do the only thing that I know how, and I blade it up. Stupid me, I don't even know why I was trying to block this tile. The correct move, like a smart kid, would have been just put that behind me. And deny the young horn. Another correct play, although very difficult, would have just waste a shout reflection and kill this guy right here. Maybe I should have done a better job controlling the board, but in that instance, I'm way more worried about foxes and fires than I am about this dude who I figured I could try to get around to eventually, but this guy is not looking good. The reason I'm showing you guys all 5 of our matches today is because at least 4 of them are like down to the wire. Very, very high highs and very low lows. And if you know anything about me, I like that. I like it. So here, I'm getting Gorehorn, Scissor and Timbers, and I'm playing the runaway game. He cries with those beautiful blue eyes. And I really couldn't think of any better way out of this, so here I am, still have not drawn a single Sunsteel Defender, and I have not drawn a single Songweaver, so right out of the gate, this is probably the worst, get out of here, the worst round I've ever played with this young cheese deck so far. So here he goes, he's making 4/4 foxes, which I wonder what he's got in that hand, because I was really nervous I was going to die this turn. But I see a clear path to victory. All I got to do is drop the Reaper in the corner, add 5, fly over and hit him for exactly 15. So I laugh because I've hatched a nasty plot in my mind. Shout out to Pokemon. Y'all ain't never heard of the nasty plot? Well, you only got to hear about it once before you know to look out for it. So here's my nasty plot. I already got flying. I don't need the Songweaver. I got Exacxies coming down right when I need it. So he's got to do 9 points of damage right now. 9 points of damage, and I got 4/6 body in the way. That's keeping him from giving me the ye ol' 1-2 punch. Coming in there, hitting me, throwing some fire at my face, and just taking it. So, he's got the Mist Dragon Seal, and I'm not at this point. I'm not sure if I've lost because he hits me for 5, right? Plays a Blaze Hound. Both players draw a card. That's actually very significant. He tells me later. So he could hit me for 5 here, and then Phoenix Fire, and that's 8. And lo and behold, he gets another. With his Blaze Hound, he fishes another Mist Dragon no Jutsu, and just stunts all over me because he's got more than lethal. I mean, even if he had buffed the fox and then hit me and fired me, that would have been good. So he snatches that one away, and that's the luck of the game. Sometimes your 420 Blaze Hounds draw you the winning card that you need exactly for lethal. And I can't even complain because I got the luck too. So here we are, we're rotating it, and before I decided to rotate my decks against this worthy opponent, I was thinking, I really want to play that deck again, because not even one Sunsteel Defender, just that's definitely the worst draws I've ever seen there. But instead of giving him a snooze fest, I want to give him a shell. So he's making some Gazers, he's making some Jaxies, and I know that just like I like to do mini Shadow Reflection combos with my Jaxies, he likes to do the same thing with the Killing Edge, but in Songhai. I actually think that he could use Sunsteel Defender if he wanted to cheese it up and have hilarious victories for the lulz, but I don't wanna tell him too much about the cheese. Although shoutouts to TheKyle, Big Papa Chronald McDonald. He's a fairly legit player. He keeps it by the book. He plays the Songhai, whether it's hot or not. Whether it's OP or fair, And I really like Songhai right now. I don't mind playing against Songhai. I don't personally play Songhai. In fact, I was going to revisit my anti-Songhai stance. I had my 166 orbs, and I said, you know what? If I open some foxes and some boars, you know, I just might. But of course, I didn't really see anything that stellar. So I think I got like a spiral technique. Good for me. So here I am, and he's a little sad. I'm feeling like King Charlie over here with my third wished hexproof sand howler. He's got that Gara sand no jutsu protecting him from people looking at him, so that's cool. And you know, I just want to get him with the blaze, the 420 blaze. Excuse me. It's the morning lungs. Your boy's got those that brownish, sometimes blackish phlegm. This part of life, you just gotta deal with it some mornings, aka every morning. So here, oh my god, dashes my dreams, and I tell him I'll play because he light benders. Gets rid of my hexproof blast and plus 3/3. And this game goes from being slam dunk in the bag to, you know, I'm just not so sure anymore. So I have multiple options here. I could try to do a ye olde retreat obelisk or whatever, but here's me derping. I grab the mana bubble, I get my 6th mana to play my Amara healer, and I try to summon there, and I realize I gotta sneak around first, play the game list like it's supposed to be. So I'm feeling kinda charged, got a positive flow of cash. Can't tell my mood from the sound of these raps. You know, sipping all high, don't float this boat. Sipping all low, can't get my scrote. Something like that. Shout out to Ronald Jenkins. And here, he primus face it. I'm so sad. I wanted so much more value. I wanted to kill that, and I wanted to hit him in the face for 10. But sometimes it's just not in the cards. So here, he's got a more than commanding board presence. More than commanding. I replace Arasha's Curse, which, you know, even though I'm not scared of the artifacts, I'm scared of these turrets, so replacing that curse might have been a huge mistake. But here I see what I thought was a clear line of play, which is, you know, try to do what I can to minimally protect this obelisk while making a dervish from Rasha's Curse and taking out that huge threat. But in hindsight, the much better play, like a smart kid, would have probably been go up here, plant the turret here, set up next turn to take out this turret here. Through that, or just, you know, whatever I got. But instead, what do? I run to the extreme opposite, and he's got another killing edge. What is this, and why am I so sad? Oh my god. So this matchup, I knew going into it that I didn't feel favored. I just felt like if I did get, I feel like I wouldn't get those strong obelisk openings when I have to deal with saber spines, lantern foxes, tusk boars, killing edge, whatever. 6 health kind of melts when you're facing some burns and some strong thumps. So I'm looking at my hand. He's got 9 life. I can make a 2/2. I can hit him for 2. That's 4, 5, 6. I have 6 damage in my hand right now, so that ain't enough. So right here, I want to cultivate my board, make a distraction. So I light bend this fox before I can throw some flame no jutsus at me. Songhai, they don't have 420 fires, blazits. They have fire no jutsu. They're all not returning. So here, I'm thinking, keep myself safe. He can do 5, 6, 7 damn. He's gotta have 5 out of hand. The 2 cards in his hand and the 7 mana have got to align rather serendipitously. And I'm feeling good because next turn all I gotta do is 5 damage. So it's kind of strange that he summons that there. I was expecting him in my head to not gazer. I don't know why he gazered. I mean, he said he had to after, so that's that. But to not do that, to come in, kick that right there, shoot my light bender, get my obelisk, I don't even know. But he gets me with the saber spine and the exactsies. So out of the 4 points of damage, like 5 points he needs in my hand, he just gets it before I hit him for lethal next turn. So game 2, we're scrapping it up. We're both feeling good. We're both doing the things we do. So I'm like, okay, time to jam some Lionar. If I remember correctly, it's either this game or the next game that it's not really, you know, the greatest. 4 out of 5 of these games are down to the wire, very, very clutch. The last game is quite epic. Because I was expecting to play Songhai 5 times in a row until I died. But I didn't see what was coming my way. So here we replace, and we got some 2 drops off the replace, so thank the load. Here we see Purgatos, as usual, looking like a badass. If anyone's ever played Ragnarok, I forget what that boss's name is, but he drops his fire sword and his ice sword, and he's basically a Purgatos. But psych, don't play Ragnarok, because we in the year 2016, not the year 2006. So here, I want to make some kind of play, so you know me. The play I want to make ain't gonna be no good. So, you know, I should have just came across, buffed it, hit him in the teeth for 6. Felt like a cool kid, everybody wins, but I wanted both these mana bubbles, so I waste the Primus Fist trigger. Because of course I have to play the creature before I martyrdom. I really wanted to just get rid of that gore hound with martyrdom, because this leaves him on an empty board, 2 creatures behind. So even though I'm a little unorthodox right now, I got no zeal buff over here, I'm feeling pretty good. So he bends the light around my blade, and F that. There we go, that's over. I got a 0 in my hand, and what am I even doing with myself? I got 2 golden shirts, so I figure throw on some shirts, baby. This way, even if he burns me, it won't reach the 4 damage threshold. If I can only get both of these shirts on at once, I'll be golden. Golden like my Arclight regalia. You know, anything he tries to throw at me, if he saber spines me out of hand, I negate that, and then he can whack me and take 6 damage and take a point off my shirts. Easy street, right? 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 Nothing's ever that easy. I maneuver my way into drawing everybody's favorite iron cliff. Here's a saber spine to bypass the 2 damage threshold. I can't even get my second shirt on. And I say well played because here I am thinking I would save some scrap a shirt, but it's not the case at all. He just hits me so hard and takes off my shirt, and that's you a bully. You a bully, Kyle. That's not very nice. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I got more minions than I was anticipating. So let's just jam that iron clip. And here I'm thinking about how to best use provoke. I waste a good 10 seconds of both of our time thinking about where to do it, and I realize it doesn't matter because if I put it here, he can just fucking saber spine here, and then up there attack me. If I put it over here, he can do the same thing. So there's no way that I can just completely cover my ass with this cliff. Which, you know what, might have been poor positioning on my part. There's maybe something I could have done better, but c'est la vie, baby. We got a cliff and we're bashing down. So outside of Onyx Bear Seal, I'm pretty sure I got this game locked. 4-3, that's a pretty good body for right here, for getting rid of this. Maybe I'll eat a saber spine right here, I'm not sure. But Onyx Bear Seal, I think, you know, maybe he's too far behind on the board and my Kanto techniques would keep it going, but as it stands now, we got 3 and 4 is 7, 8, 9. We got 9 points. And here, he tells me later that this was a critical play, and I suspected that it was, because there's a huge difference when you're playing against Songhai when you're at 9 life and when you're at 13 life. It's just a very large difference, trust me on that. So I jammed that Rejuve out, and I still got the provoke, and I replaced my adept for a functional adept that has not gotten bent. So I think I've made a misplay, right? I say oops, but in the end it turned out to be the right play. Because I was thinking to myself, maybe just throw a shirt on. But you know, sometimes you just gotta go with your gut. Eat burritos. If that's what your gut wants. He gets the teleport Mist Dragon Seal. Excuse me. That's the kamikaze tiger. 4, 7, 8, 9. So he is able to free himself critically because with this extra 3 points of damage, well, that would have been that. And now, even if I had regalia, I'm at 8 points of damage. And you know I'm going to get hit next turn, something fierce. So, maybe the answer here was replace the Purgatos. Because I want to use the rest of my mana and play the lion. But at the same time I could have gotten a divine bond that would have been lethal right here. And maybe I should have replaced the regalia, because Purgatos, if he's under 3 life, he doesn't want to take that coin flip, but there's just a chance that it's still too slow and that he can burn me out of hand for lethal. So he's got a killing edge. And that's a good play. Nothing really flashy on either of our parts. Just kind of scrapping. I gotta throw that one up there because I can't upload 1,000 videos of me getting crushed at the last second. Come on, this is my channel. Can't just get crushed all the time. So here, I'm back to that Abyssian, and I'm hoping that my luck with the Sunny D's is just a little bit better. Shoutouts to Kyle for having a ribbon. He's automatically better than me. He's grinding it out in the lab. I go to sleep at night and I dream about the question, one day, will I ever have a ribbon? I don't even know. I assume yes. My problem is that last season I was grinding the ladder. I made it to gold with Vanar. So I accumulated quite enough. I think I have like 77 wins last season, which I know it's like nothing, but compared to how little I actually played on the ladder, shoutouts to IRL Yobes, Steve Yobes. Gotta work. But Vanar was my thing, and now Vanar is easily the worst faction. Everything I read, everything I see, all the feels indicate that Vanar it needs a little bit of love, and I'm confident that it'll get that love, but until it does, I'm dropping 3k on 3 spectral reavers and sticking with some form of Abyssian. I might make Swarm just because I got those crescendos, but anyways, back to the matter at hand. I'm playing the stall game. He plays that early Blaze Hound, which I guess it's cool. It's a body. It's not advantage or disadvantage. It just is. It's an existential anomaly. 420 Blaze Hound. So here, I'm feeling pretty good about this because I got a Jaxi right here. I got double shadow reflection, you know, just in case I can't find the Sunny D. I got good control of the board. It's really, you know, it really can't be underestimated how good Spectral Blade is, just for, I mean, in this deck at least, just because, I mean, ideally it heals you for like 4 or 6 and mopping up their board, so the combination of the sustain and the board control enables me to, most of the time, get out my Sunny D, make him drink it. go. I win the Jaxie 50-50. Thank you. Although, I mean, is it really safe anywhere when he's got boars and silver spine tigers? But at least for the purposes of my Reaper, I'm feeling safe because, excuse me, I'm all the way over here. I got 2 reflections, so next turn, actually not next turn. See, this was my mistake. I'm thinking, you know, I've been playing the standard way. I play my 5-drop, I double 3-drop it next turn, but I actually stole the mana bubble here, so I'm a turn ahead. And, oh, I do remember this game. Shoutouts to Bad Manners, because right here, I think I have 6 mana, so I'm like, oh, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's well over lethal. So I make a massive, I mean, you can't really go wrong hitting them for this much, but a little bit of BM, because I think I've won, so I say well played, and whenever you say well played and you think you've won, you just look like a fool. But my misplay is that, okay, I could have ran my turret straight up, played the Sunny D right there, preserved the combo in my hand for next turn, while still flying this dude in, dealing him 5 damage, body blocking here, trading here, doing damage here. So, that play probably would have been a lot better because, you know, now I do run the risk of him just running away hardcore, trading with whatever, right? I mean, there's so many ways out of hand that he could make me very sad, because I've kind of gone all in. I wasted my, last turn was so inefficient. I just got that 1 reflection off and wasted all my mana instead of playing Sunny D. So, c'est la vie. And now I definitely have lethal on him. And I don't think that there's much he could really do about it. Actually, I take that back. I take that back. He could have ran in and popped me right there in the face. The most I would have gotten was 2 damage. He would have been still in this game. But instead I double buffed him. And so, very interesting. I only noticed while commentating that replay that, perhaps things were not as bad as he thought. I mean, depending on what the Reaper was going to spawn randomly from his deck, which, it was probably not going to be the biggest thing ever. He had an out, at least potentially. Or I'm lying and I had the Song Weaver and I'm just being a scrub, so that's also likely. But, we try to learn. You and I learning together. It's a beautiful thing. So here we go on our last game. Hope my mic has not cut out and I've wasted all my time before work today. So I replace and ew. This just feels terrible, right? So I replace the Dreamgazer and get a Primus Fist. What is the odds? And here, I could have been a smart kid, played it right here, threatened this mana bubble, and buffed this. So that would have been the smart kid's thing to do. But, Duelist, once again, it's a game of trial and error. It's learning, right? You gotta adapt. You gotta not beat yourself up and go cry in the corner and say, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. You gotta be about it. You gotta make it happen. But here, I noticed that he's playing Magmar. So my Songhai friend has a trick up his sleeve. And right out the bat, I'm afraid of the rush creatures. He's got a 6/1 Saber Bagel. He gave it the greater fort. So, wow. And if you don't know, Greater Fort now occupies the same space as Dire Tide Frenzy. Dire Tide Frenzy plus 1/1 and Frenzy is only cost 1 now. It used to cost 2, so combine that with the Tiger and you have a fierce Mechanter Warbeast combo. It's actually strong. It's a 5/2. So sometimes you won't live that extra hit. Sometimes you get a stronger hit in. It is 2 cards, but you know, you do get access to it on turn with 4 mana instead of 6 mana. So here he drops a Flame Blood Warlock, and you know, for the longest time I hated this card. I didn't understand it, but with the meta shift, if you're trying to burn somebody down, play this card. Cause look, he's already got me at 8 life, and I'm feeling like hoot garbage right now. I really am. Although I got 5 mana, and it's time to start buffing things. Don't kid yourself. We got 2 third wishes. We got wish upon wish, which is what we like to see, especially when we already have a dervish down in the board. So I'm very aware that this is not safe, but it's better this than me, because I'm at 8. And all it's gonna take 3, is a warlock and a rush creature and a saber spine. That's 3 and 4 is 7 plus 2, that's a 9, so that'll be lethal. So I think I've lost already. But he 420 Blaze Hounds right next to me, trying to pen me in. And obviously he's doing this because he doesn't want me to move up and wreck his entire board state. He's a competent and thinking player. So, alas, there we go. Flame Blood's my Gazer, which might be worthwhile. Might have also been right to try to position it, to anchor it down here, and make me trade 2 turns of positioning, or the threat of something coming up and at me. But I think he just wants to kill me, right? So here we go, and he's got this Blaze Hound in my face. He's got lethal on board, staring me down exactly. 4 damage and 2 damage is 6 for the mathematically uninitiated. Shoutouts to all the little children, they love my stream. So here he goes. I really like this game. This game is so clutch for so many reasons. We're both so low. He hits me with that natural selection last turn. So I'm thinking to myself, let's get it poppin'. And you know, now that I look at this turn, I'm so bad. Instead of double Rasha's Curse, I should have single Rasha's Curse and Obelisk. Oh my god, I'm bad. Oh man, that's bad. Because this way, if he couldn't take down that Obelisk, I would have had the Cacao. That delicious 6 damage coming at him from anywhere. And here, he Earth Spears. So he's back in the game, but I'm not. And here he plays the Primus Fist way down low, down on the south side, because he knows that I'm coming for him. Or I would be. So I'm thinking about moving in, body blocking, giving him the shot in the arm, you know. But at the end of the day, I decide to just make another hexproof wall window. And I replace here, and I'm thinking about it, and replacing this Dream Gazer might have been a critical mistake, losing that 2 points of life, because he can, say he's got a rush creature, before, you know, he couldn't get either of his guys up in this space anyways, right? But at the very least, he can walk forward, hit this, and then hit me with a saber spine tiger, and I'd lose. So I thought that was a large misplay, even playing this at all. He uses what is most likely his second of 2 Earth Spheres. I can't see him playing 3, and I'm very sad because this one is just so back and forth, and like I thought, he just pops that Gazer, gets a free 2 points of, very critical 2 points of damage on me, because if I'm at 6, I at least got a chance of living, right? But it's not the case if I'm at perfect saber spine damage range. So I give him the boom blast, and I give him the boom blast. Shouts to that animation, it's really cool. Maybe it's not as good at 17 frames per second, possibly 14 frames per second, because my computer blows, but don't focus on that. So here, this turns out to be a critical misplay, because had I reversed the positions of these, life may have gone a little bit differently for me. If I had only put this up higher. So he replaces, and this Mufk, evil mask, fishes his wish, gets his natural selection, opens up a window to hit me perfectly with the elucidate. So, you know what? Props to you, Kyle, because that was a well-deserved victory. I really enjoyed this series. I wanted to throw them all up there and really showcase his tactical excellence, not so much my own. So, as usual, thank you for joining me on Dat Ist. I'd like to think I showcased some of my decks. Probably got a swarm decking coming if it's still alive. I'm not sure. I gotta do some research. Thank you, and it's time to go to work in a couple hours. I'm gonna do my usual job. Thank you, and peace out.